Many children sadly succumb to their diseases, and there's very inadequate health care to assist them. Another survivor indicates that at her school there's a death every single month. During the 1940s and 50s, some of the students were even subjected, without their consent or knowledge, or the consent or knowledge of the parents, to nutritional experiments. These were approved by the federal government. They wanted to do an experiment to test what would happen if they removed access to some essential nutrients, such as what happened to dental health. These experiments provided us with no benefit, and we learned next to nothing. Some of the students are subjected to terrible abuse, such as beatings, being confined, being chained up. In other cases, there was sexual abuse. When allegations of sexual abuse are brought forward, many times it was dismissed. But if the church or the government agreed that there's some merit to the allegations, oftentimes the person or the abuser was either fired or allowed to just continue teaching. Another survivor, John Tatusis, who attended a school in a province where I am from, wrote, "When an Indian comes out of these places, it is like being put between two walls in a room and left hanging in the middle. On one side are all the things he learned from his people and their way of life that is being wiped out. On the other side are the white man's ways, which he could never fully understand, since he never had the right amount of education and could not be part of it. There he is, hanging in the middle of two cultures, and he is not a white man, and he is not an Indian." As I mentioned in the beginning of the video about the ground-penetrating radar, this has not been done at all the schools. There's an emphasis that this needs to be done with care and respect, and it's heartbreaking to realize that there might be more than 6,000 children that passed away. Not to mention that some of the Catholic orders restricted statistics on some of these schools, so there's some documentation that we will never know about. Every September 30th has been set aside as a National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. Also on September 30th is Orange Shirt Day. This is because a survivor by the name of Phyllis Webstad had her orange shirt taken away from her and never given back on her first day of the residential schools. This was taken as a sign of her culture being repressed and taken from her, so we share and wear these orange shirts. The Canadian government has expressed their apologies, and they've even provided compensation packages for survivors of residential schools. Pope Francis himself also apologized for the deplorable act of the church. I encourage everyone on September 30th to wear an orange shirt in memory of the 6,000 children that passed away through this horrible school system. Even if you're not in Canada, still wearing an orange shirt, bring awareness to what happened.